Good evening, friends and neighbors and neighbors and friends. How's everybody feeling on a Monday night? Hopefully you were as fortunate as I was to have a day off in honor of the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a civil rights pioneer and a true American hero. I'll talk about him in a minute, but first I want to address a more recent death, one that has sent the former students of Baldwin High School from the classes of the early 1990s into a real state of grief. Craig Schlifstein, a graduate of Baldwin High School class in 1991, an Eagle Scout, one of the best athletes ever on the wrestling team, tragically passed away a few days ago. He leaves behind a wife and two beautiful little girls, and just about everybody who knew him from that time is just horrified, just grief-stricken. I knew him through Boy Scouts, as I've mentioned, and one of my regrets is that I just never managed to reconnect with him through social networking as I have with so many other people. I'm sorry I didn't, but it was not to be. But those of you who have not already done so, yes, I may be kidding myself. There's a chorus of people saying, yes, David, everyone already did, but just in case there are those of you who didn't, go to the Craig Schlifstein memorial page that his family has set up. There's an address where you can send donations because apparently there's no will, no life insurance. His widow and his children need a little bit of help to get through the next couple of months. So those who knew him and have great memories of him, please donate and donate generously. Please do. Moving on to the original reason for this weekend, Martin Luther King Jr. I reposted something I posted about him a couple of years ago when the tone of my blog was slightly different than it is now, but I've retooled it a little tiny bit, and I have no problem saying that Dr. King was the penultimate beta male. He had a cause that he fought for. He got the attention he needed. He got the respect he deserved, and he did not get it by talking trash. He did not get it by threatening to punch someone. He did not get it by brandishing weapons, and he did not get it by lowering anybody's dignity or standards or by using the wrong language. No, 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 no. Dr. King handled it like a class act, and that's what a beta male does. You don't need to be the loudest or biggest dog barking in the yard to show that you have something to say and that you can be strong. He wanted to encourage people to be strong with their minds, with their hearts, with their inner strength, and with their actions. That's why that nice old lady named Rosa Parks got in that bus seat and refused to get out no matter what they said or did. That's why he was able to organize boycotts. That's why he was able to cultivate such a following, because he proved to everybody who listened to him that fighting violence with violence was a death trap. It was not going to win a war. It wasn't even going to win one battle. He showed everybody that just by standing your ground, refusing to be reduced to that level and refusing to crumble, that was how a fight could be won. Yes, marching on Washington may have been the pinnacle of that quest, but it was more than that. It lasted several years until his untimely death. And I gotta say, growing up in elementary school learning about him, he was one of my early heroes. And it's a shame that he's not more recognized for that, because people are so quick to embrace fighting fire with fire and might makes right is the only way of solving problems. Well, Dr. King was proof that it's not. This is why we give him a national holiday. This is why it's got to be recognized. This is why more people need to close their offices and remind people of his message of diversity and respect and tolerance, all of which was achieved not by any means necessary, but by all means that was smart. So take that for what it's worth. That is my understanding of what was great about Dr. King, and I'm honored to call him one of the best beta males who ever lived. That's what I got to say. Don't be afraid to like the new page on Facebook, and don't be afraid to continue following on Twitter, wherever else you see this message. Thank you very much. Get back to work tomorrow. Remember, it's really not Monday, but treat it like it is. Good night, everybody!